everyone blames Jimmy Garoppolo for the picks. And ultimately, they're his fault. He's on the field. He's the quarterback. He didn't have to throw it to the linebacker again and again and again and again. But I do want to point out that Kyle Shanahan, if you look at his history as an offensive coordinator, interceptions have been an issue for his offenses almost every year except for 2012 with RG3 and 2016 with Matt Ryan. Since he's been with the Niners, 5 years, 81 regular season games, 79 interceptions. And that's all quarterbacks that he's had. So about an interception a game. Is that good? Is that bad? Well, let's compare that to Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh was here 64 games, 4 seasons, 31 picks in those games. So about one every other game. And, they say turnovers are the most important stat in football. It's the most indicative of who wins and loses a game. Maybe if there were fewer picks in this offense, there'd be more consistency. And what I want to point out is I bring it back to Jimmy. Everyone blamed Jimmy for the picks. And again, they were probably his fault. But when he was in New England, he didn't play a lot, but he threw 94 passes and 0 interceptions in New England. I'm guessing one of the reasons the Niners brought him over in the first place is they're like, oh, good decision maker, doesn't throw picks. But then he does here. And they're like, oh, man, it's his fault. Well, maybe. But Trey Lance, now we're going to look at him. He had 1 interception in 318 pass attempts in college. Just hold on. I'm sorry. I should have had this ready before going live. But here we go. Okay. So 1 interception, 318 pass attempts in college. Last season, his interception percentage was 2.8. Jimmy Garoppolo's was 2.7. So it was the same. And I'm wondering, are interceptions going to be an issue for Trey Lance now too? And if so, is that Trey Lance's fault? Well, yeah, he's the quarterback. But at a certain point, we have to acknowledge the common denominator, and it's Kyle. And so I'm not saying Trey Lance is going to throw a bunch of picks this year, but his interception percentage was right there. It's actually a little higher than Jimmy's last year. So what is it about Kyle Shanahan's offense that leads to this consistently? A lot of picks. Well, from what I understand, he doesn't give his quarterbacks any control at the line of scrimmage. Your job at the line of scrimmage, he gives you 2 plays. You do a bunch of motions. You get that guy in motion. He goes in motion. That guy goes in motion. And then you decide which of the 2 plays that you get to call. You don't have any other freedom other than that. And so if you see a coverage that wasn't anticipated by Kyle, nothing you can do about it other than call a timeout. And so I think what you see is a lot of forcing passes, and it looks like the quarterback is stupid. Like, how did you throw? Why? He was right there. Well, maybe Kyle's very dogmatic and like the ball needs to go here. This is the play. This is what we're doing. And maybe Jimmy Garoppolo never earned the right to have, autonomy at the line of scrimmage. But if you don't give your quarterback that, he's a robot. You can't be perfect as a play caller. We've seen Kyle. He's not perfect. He's very good, but not perfect. So I'm wondering if the interception issue continues, Kyle might need to do some inward introspection. Stop forcing passes over the middle, that 15-yard pass over the middle. For Trey, the best thing that Kyle can do is a lot of play action bootlegs, because when you fake the run to this side and then boot out this way, what happens is the linebackers flow with the running back. So now you get the quarterback rolling out the other way, and he can throw over the middle because the linebackers are over there. That's the only way to throw over the middle with Trey Lance, is to get the linebackers out either by having them run side to side or come downhill to stop the run. Don't just have him drop back and throw 15-yard passes over the middle, because he'll get picked like Jimmy did. And I think that's one reason why Harbaugh's offenses didn't get picked as much. I mean, Kyle is so committed to throwing that 15-yard pass over the middle. There are a lot of people there. And it's a high percentage throw, but it's like someone's going to catch it, offense or defense.